Tinubu lends his voice for the government to pay Nigerians using BVNs. Apparently disturbed by the multiplier effects of the novel coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic ravaging the world, APC national leader Ahmed Bola Tinubu has advocated payment of stipends to Nigerians to cushion the effects. In a public statement on Wednesday, titled Coronavirus Economic Stimulus Program, Mr. Tinubu stressed the need for the federal government to embrace relief package through cash payments to most Nigerians' households. According to him, the target groups should be needy and modest households unemployed as a result of COVID-19, as well as business and companies. His words, with the fiscal latitude provided by lifting the budgetary limits, governments can render emergency sustenance relief to most Nigerian households, especially the recently unemployed, via cash payments. This will blunt hunger, maintain aggregate demand in the domestic economy, and help sustain private sector markets to the extent possible. Directed towards needy and modest households, such expenditure must be heavily weighted to local produce, not to imports. This will help mute inflation. Such payments can be done in either one or in a combination of three ways. First, we can designate a stipend for every household. The amount should be enough to pay for the monthly needs of an average household for food and other basics. While this may somewhat penalize larger families, perfection cannot be had at this time. Second, the stipend could be given as a form of emergency unemployment insurance to those who can provide they were relieved of employment due to the crisis. This would be more targeted at the actual victims of the crisis, but harder to administer. This stipend would also have to be extended to owners of small and medium sized businesses. Third, we could render some form of payroll support to companies and businesses that seek to retain workers albeit they may not be fully employed. The stipend could help companies stay in operation while maintaining workers on their payroll. By maintaining workers, the company can more swiftly return to full operation when normalcy returns. Payments of these stipends will require hiring additional government workers to augment the existing bureaucracies to implement this program. This administrative requirements will help boost employment and aggregate consumer demand. Payments can be made quickly by using the BVNs of prospective recipients to make direct deposits into individual bank accounts. This will encourage those without bank accounts to establish such accounts. This process will bring millions of people into formal banking. It will also be safer and not lead to the types of violence and crime that might follow physical cash transfers. Wow. Hmm. So, guys, one thing I always say in this country is that it's not rocket science for things to be normal. We don't even need to say, okay, we want to copy people from other countries before we do what we need to do because nobody teaches you on how to take care of yourself. By default, you know that these are the things that you need to do. These are the good things that you need to do for yourself. By default, it's just like that. But because we have failed, we have refused to do things rightly. That is why people will now be suggesting, oh, why can't you do it the other way? Why can't you do it the way it's been done in other countries? No, we are not supposed to be reminded. All of these people, they call themselves leaders. They know what to do. They know the right thing to do, but they just fail to do it. Do you know the fire brigade work that is being put in place now? Because they've not been doing all of this before now. Because that is the kind of society they want. That is the kind of people they want so that they will continue manipulating people. So that people will not be able to understand what it means to have a good life, to have a good economy, to have a good society. I don't know whether they are so happy with all their wealth, with all they have amassed for themselves legally and illegally. You know, they want the kind of society that we have. That is the kind of society they want. And these people, they will tell you, they are elites, they are this and this and that. It's just pure wickedness. You can imagine everybody's not running a tasketa. How do we do this? How do we do that? I even imagine Lagos state government is talking about how they are going to go and meet someone, or they say local joints. They will not tell people, oh, how many boys come to your area, how many people. What kind of a thing is that? Who does that? The same social distancing that you are preaching will not be maintained. You know how, a lot of people are hungry because they know that the thing might not even be enough. So it's going to be survival of the fittest and everybody will be rushing. We have seen a lot of clips and it does happen. So the essence of the social distancing will not still be there. So what we are even running from? Oh, people should not go to the market, should not go to this place, should not go to the worship centers, so that they will be able to maintain social distances. Stay at home. Now you see people still leave their house to go and be meeting one mama put or one mama whatever at one joint. People still line up. What are we talking about? They know the right thing to do. They will not do it. No, what Bola Tinubu has said in this place, they are very, very beautiful. These are the things that we ought to have been doing gradually. In this kind of situation, we found ourselves, everybody would have just aligned. The whole thing would have just aligned. Very simple. See now, okay, these are the things. We don't even have the number. We don't have data. We don't even know who is who in this country. We don't even know that you want to trace people to their houses, you want to trace people to they have maybe social security number or what have you. And these guys they've been going around the world right from time immemorial. Now, because they don't have conscience, so they don't care. They just want to be in power, but to continue to play down the good governance on how it ought to be. That is just what they want to. You can imagine we have all these people who are not even, I don't even know, people who are not even informed. You see them, they call them agberos. Those are the kind of people they want, so that they will be using them during election and be manipulating them. But at the end of the day, don't you know that those people, they will still come and haunt you, because no matter what you think you have, you can never have peace. I don't know whether the kind of society, the kind of people that they see in the country, they love it, of course. Because if you don't love it, these are the things that we ought to have put in place. And by the time they come with all these little things that are not even, that are just supposed to be normal, then because people, the majority of the masses have not seen those things, oh, they will start hailing them. Oh, this one did this one did this. Because we are celebrating mediocrity. That is what we are celebrating. And somebody will say, oh, don't talk, don't say that. Oh, he has even tried. Oh, she has even tried. The woman tried. The man tried. Even if, what if he has not done it? What if she has not done it? What are we talking about? That is why these people, they get away with all of this. Is the same thing that even the opposition, of course, you can't even veg for those ones, because at the end of the day, they are of same. The same thing people have been talking about. Even ordinary Nigerians have been talking about. Use BVN, use BVN, use BVN to a very large extent. No, they will not say, they will not do that, because it's going to be difficult, because they believe that not everybody has that. Everybody is banking in the bank. Which other area? I heard one when Peter Obi was talking about this conditional cash transfer, that it should not be mixed with the palliative that's supposed to be given to people. The conditional cash transfer is the normal thing to go, is the normal thing that has already been there in the first place. But now they are making it louder. Conditional cash transfer, as if it's supposed to be for the palliative, for those who have not even been on that register, because they know the people that they put on that register in the first place. So if all this that Ashiwaju has stipulated, if they can follow it to the letter, it will be a good thing. Every day, now and then, they read beautiful things. Of course, this man is not even the vice president. What has the vice president even said? Because they will tell you, oh, vice president does not have this thing. It is what they ask him to say, he will say. If what he asks him to do, he will do. What is holding him that he cannot even, a whole vice president cannot even, we don't even know his mind towards what has been happening in this country for the close to how many months? He has not been able to say one thing, even if it's for you to tweet. Of course, is everybody saying what they know? Is one's right? Everybody saying what they know, what they feel like, even if it is not the right thing, but at least they are still going to bring their opinion out. But They love for the kind of society we have, so that people will come and be, oh, they will come and be dobaling for them, come and be prostrating for them, to be butuing for them, digwe for them. Those are the kind of a thing they want. That is the kind of society they want. They themselves, they will now become king. They don't know that all this is will boomerang at the end of the day. Yeah, someone says here that if Mr. President will listen to the poor citizen and not the worst Minister of Humanitarian and Disaster, Shadia Farouk. Someone say, great man Jagaban. Simple thing is to work with banks to pay via BVNs, both rich and poor or super, or should be paid whatever you want to pay. Any super rich that does not want it can return it to the favor back to the central bank. That is equity. Nigerians need the money. Jagaban, don't talk. Oh yeah, federal government take action immediately. Jagaban for sure. You have good ideas, but not yet see your bullion van fan to distribute cash to Jagaban, to Lagosians. Whatsoever it goes must come down, my leaders. Most of you commentators are just mere praise singers. Better shine your eyes before 2023. Jagaban, first of its kind in Nigeria politics, in prime mover that controls bullion van. How much does it cost Baba to feed Lagosians? Stop the advice. Clear road for 20 what? Someone say wise words from Tinubu. For the 21 billion naira from Europe, we don't need to be arguing the suggestion Jagaban gave. You spoke with a very simple thing. I wonder I'll let them withdraw their statement of having balance of 5,000 or less. They are not encouraging people to restart their business after lockdown. God help us in this country. So guys, let us hear your opinion concerning what Jagaban has said. He has given advice to the federal government on what to do. So does it mean all the people that that are being paid in this country, all the ministers and whatever, so none of them could even think all of these things out, and we pay them, or they are afraid of Buhari, or they are afraid of the cabas, which I don't even understand. And that was why I made mention of the vice president. I can't even understand. They will go and heap money on the table, bring camera, be doing showmanship at this age and time. So guys, leave your comments and let's have your